and people can see the change. Because
I think I wrote that program.
You wrote that?
I think so.
I think that's in Good Guys Finish First as well, isn't it?
Oh, no, it's in the other one. It's in The Blind Watchmaker. That's called, I mean, I think it's the program that I wrote called Blind Watchmaker, or it may be the one called Arthropomorphs.
Right, it was about Ince. Right,
yes.
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
I think I did,
that's amazing. Let's play a record. That's incredible. Telling the author what a great idea this is. What if I'd have claimed it was my idea? Imagine that. I once wrote a program.
That's the way showbiz works. Science has become very show busy. Everyone's fighting to say they came up with that program.
Here's a beautiful song. This Woman's Work by Kate Bush. That was This Woman's Work by Kate Bush.
Can I ask another question?
Yes.
Oh, another of my favourite bits of Darwin is when it's from one of the journals on the Beagle, is where he talks about the eyes attempt to follow the flight of a gaudy butterfly, but are soon distracted by some strange tree or fruit. And then he says, "My mind is a chaos of delight." And I think chaos of delight is such a great phrase. Right, putting together the new book, the collection of essays, what did you look for in your essays where you thought this, in terms of the beauty of this worldview, what are the things that you hope in particular will capture that audience, and you go, this story has such magnitude of beauty?
Well, I think I really should answer that with respect to all my books, because they all try to capture things like that. I mean, I've done bat radar, or sonar rather, I've done spider webs. I think there are just so many beautiful examples of cases where natural selection has produced something really uncannily like what you would expect a designer to produce, but sometimes not. I mean, sometimes there are serious mistakes. Sometimes it gets it wrong. Natural selection actually produces something that no designer of any sense would have produced. The eye is a good example, where the eye, as you probably know, the vertebrate retina is backwards. The light has to actually pass through the wires that connect the light-sensitive cells to the brain, whereas in an octopus eye, the light-sensitive cells are facing the right way. They're facing the outside world. So this is a mistake due to the historical accident of the way it happened in evolution, and there are other nice examples of this as well.
And I think that's what people have to realise. It's here because it worked. That's the only reason it's here. The reason you can see something, why it's about, is it worked. It
worked better than the competition. Is the important
It worked
thing.
better than the competition. So in very this layman's terms, it passed on its genetic material better.
I love that though. I love that whole idea of it basically going, how did this survive? It was the least worst.
Yeah,
because that's a lovely. Because I know you've done quite a lot of looking at spiders' webs. Did you see anything about? I can't remember how long ago it was where they gave various different drugs to spiders.
That's the famous
and then
one.
Seeing the erratic
LSD.
LSD was it? One long line. He just sat back and watched it. He must have thought that is amazing, dude.
Spider webs aren't they spectacular?
They're incredible.
Yeah.
They're incredible.
They're only really incredible because the spider does it by behaviour. It's actually not any more incredible than the spider's heart or legs or anything else.
Of course. It's
behaviour.
They're not artists. They're not going, this is amazing. Watch what I can do.
If you could imagine a dolphin, who's supposed to be discovered a dolphin, making a fishing net, weaving a fishing net out of seaweed or something.
Yeah.
With lots and lots of stitches. Your mind would be utterly blown by that.
Well, I think that's the other thing, is that people might think
does.
that there was all these spiders running around, and one of them said, "We need a catching thing." I went, "What?" He goes, "Well, I've got this gossamer coming out of my abdomen, and I think we could make a pretty good catchy thing."
Yes.
And they go, "Oh my God, that's amazing!"
Yeah, that's not the way it worked.
No, exactly. Yeah, I should say that. That's not the way it worked. And the other question is, I did one of your many TV shows with you, and I think I was on an episode about the meaning of life. And you asked me as an atheist, why is life good to you? Knowing there's no reward, there's no afterlife. What? And I reeled off a few things. Friends, family. Art, pizza, beer,
Sex.
a job, sex, a job of work. Pure pleasure is the and you said you'd agree with all of those, and you'd add to understand.
Yes, it's a great pleasure to understand.
It's
more than,
amazing.
Pleasure doesn't do justice to it, really. It's
incredible.